What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Lance Storm. This is Buds and Beers presented by WN420 TV. This is my buddy Sean Bell, former military member, current bartender, one of my favorite bartenders of all time. And he's just one hell of a cool guy. We're going to talk about how cannabis has helped impact or better his life since his military experience. How are you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Right on.
It's good to be here.
Really good to have you. So you were telling me earlier that due to like prior service trauma or PTSD would be a better word for it, that you've had a lot of trouble with sleeping, nightmares maybe even.
Yeah, so basically it took a while for me to get around to doing the VA thing, and once I finally did, they kind of asked me a couple of questions and did the initial interviews and talked to a psychiatrist and prescribed me some medication, and so they prescribed me 3 medications just to go to bed.
Right.
The situation was having, which reoccurring nightmares with adrenaline spikes, if you will.
Yeah, these nightmares, they have you wake up ready to go to war even, like fight, rock and roll style.
Yeah, like ready to go. Like, worst part is 95% of the time I couldn't remember what I was having a nightmare about. And
that
so
would be traumatizing
the
within
medications
itself.
they gave me were to tranquilize me, keep my blood pressure down, and then an antidepressant on top of it to kind of boost my mood a little bit, to kind of prevent the
that
negative
dream
emotional fallout.
Right.
So I kind of got on board. I took the medication. I didn't really like the way it made me feel. Difficult to wake up, like, you know, like being tranquilized, basically.
Right.
So I kind of got back in just smoking marijuana, and I've done a little bit of research on it. Couldn't really find any negative side effects that were set in concrete. In fact, a lot of the research pointed to doctors getting paid
this is true.
to do their research to say negative things about marijuana.
Yeah, this
like
was...
literally, I found a statement from a doctor that said, you will get funded for your research only if you say something negative about marijuana. I was just like, wow, that's kind of eye-opening.
I mean, it's definitely out there, and it's really good that in your travels of research to explore your medical alternatives that you found that.
Yeah.
So
I think so too. And unlike a lot of other drugs that are legal in the United States that you can get kind of over the counter or at your local head shops usually,
at Kratom and so forth.
There's been a large amount of research done on marijuana.
Right.
But I mean, even the top medical specialists in the United States say there's not been enough positive research done.
Right.
Cheers.
And you know, I got to give a shout out to OB's Bar and Billiards at Old Route 66 off the 162 mile marker on I-44. Swing by, say hi. You might even be able to meet a really cool bartender. How would you say that cannabis has helped you through that?
So that it was helping me sleep better. If I was having nightmares, I wasn't waking up covered in sweat, just, you know, ready to fight. I was actually sleeping.
Good.
And I can't say that I wasn't sleeping on the VA medication. It's just the concept of taking 3 different medications to go to bed versus smoking a little bit of marijuana.
Those 3 different medications can really change your body chemistry and essentially who you are, right?
Well, like I said, like when I was waking up on the VA medication, and I don't have any bad feelings towards the VA. I don't want to talk shit about them, but it was kind of like waking up in a trance. It was
zombie-ish.
I mean, imagine taking about 4 Benadryl, going to sleep, and then waking up 6 to 8 hours later.
That's
like
just going to be a hard wake up.
2 cups of coffee and a hot shower to even get started. You know,
man. So whenever you smoke weed the night before, and you rather you have the dream or you don't have the dream, you wake up Do you feel that way at all?
I mean, there is sometimes like some nights I'll be a little bit more stressed than others, and I'll smoke a little bit more than I usually smoke, you know. And
right.
I call it a weed hangover.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, it's kind of like it's
kind of like it's lingering from the night before.
A little bit. It's not like a bad hangover because you associate hangover with negativity.
Right.
I had way too much to drink. I'm hungover. Well, automatically, anyone you tell that to is going to be like, "Oh, you feel like shit. And
right.
You're irritable."
Right.
Like a weed hangover. A hangover is like it's a bad word for it.
Okay.
It's more like
carryover.
Carryover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so weed carryover. It's not a weed hangover. It's weed carryover, guys.
So
let's get this right.
You know, you're a little groggy, but you're not in a pissy mood. You're not dehydrated. Right. You know, you don't crave fatty foods.
How is your mood actually?
It's a lot better.
A lot better. That's good.
Well, I mean, like when I don't feel, basically taking the medication, waking up, even though I was taking an antidepressant right before I go to bed.
Right.
I didn't feel happy about it. You know, like I wasn't okay.
I see what you mean. One of my favorite things to do on the show, which is play this game, Smoke, Drink, Trip. It's kind of like a common game that you play here at the bar occasionally. It's all right. So Smoke, Drink, Trip. You've got 3 people. You got to choose who you're going to do what with. And let's see here. We've got.
Okay, this is like.
Yeah.
Screw, Marry, Murder.
That's exactly what this is like. But this is our Buds and Beers version of Screw, Marry, Murder. We're going to play Smoke, Drink, Trip. And so you have, let's see, Jack Black, Sarah Silverman, and Jim Carrey.
All right. What were the 3 again?
Smoke, Drink, Trip.
Smoke, Drink, Trip. Oh, that's.
Who do you want to smoke, drink, or trip with? You got Jim Carrey, Sarah Silverman.
Oh, and you got like.
And Jack Black.
We just watched Ace Ventura in here the other night.
Oh man, you know, that's a good movie. But where do you want to see him at?
Oh, I would drink with Sarah Silverman. Simply, you know, she wouldn't get. I don't think she would get as fucking depressed as the other 2 would.
Okay, I could see that.
You know, so the conversation would stay upbeat and fun.
Right.
That, and I think the less inhibition she's got, the funnier she would get.
Definitely. She seems like that type of person
now,
for sure.
Between tripping and smoking with Jack Black or Jim Carrey, that's a tough one because I think in the way they express themselves, there's a lot of similarities.
Right.
But I think I would definitely have to, I'd have to trip with Jack Black and smoke with Jim Carrey.
Trip with Jack, smoke with Jim. Bet.
I would trip with Jack because I think that's something he's done before and he's enjoyed before, and
right.
He would know how to enlighten the experience a little bit more. And then I'd like to smoke with Jim Carrey because you brought him down a couple of notches. We're able to have a conversation, and there weren't any issues with politics or anything like that.
Right.
It would be an amazing conversation.
I would have to agree. I think that's a good layout. I think mine would go probably smoke with Sarah Silverman, drink with Jack Black because he looks like he'd just be a lot of fun at a bar, and then I would probably have to trip with Jim Carrey just to figure out how he became where he's at now, you know. But then again, I'm really not sure how tripping would be in the first place. But nevertheless, that's my layout. I think that's you knocked it out the park with that one. I don't think any of them are going to be upset with you, dude. Yeah. What do you think about Mike Tyson coming back into the game?
I'm a little surprised, but at the same time, I'm a little excited too.
I'm kind of excited about this.
As a boxing fan, I've always been a big fan of Mike Tyson. You know, his determination, his willpower, his raw power, like,
right.
Unbelievable.
His drive.
Now, I mean, he's had his issues in the past, but you know what? That's in the past.
He's like a 50.
He's 53.
He's a 53-year-old man who's about to go into the ring like he's in his 20s all over again.
I literally just read an article
Stem cells.
not too long ago.
Maybe. I'm not trying to say anything negative.
Some of the Evander Holyfield fans,
holy
from what I've
smokes,
heard, are concerned about Evander Holyfield going back into the ring with Mike Tyson, with the way Mike Tyson's moving. But then again, training videos are training videos. They show you the best aspect.
Dude, have you seen his training videos? He's moving.
Oh,
he's a freight train, bro.
And he's still got that power too.
Yeah.
I
seen him knock his trainer across the ring the other day.
I've seen a couple of training videos.
It's crazy.
Again, like I said, they point out the best aspects they want you to see.
Of course.
But at the same time, I can't have any doubts about the man. I mean,
No.
You don't get the title baddest man on the planet just sitting around on your ass.
How many other boxers had a video game out about him? I mean, about them specifically. Mike Tyson's Punch Out on Nintendo, it was amazing.
Most frustrating games they had too.
100%. If it wasn't for codes. You've been a bartender for a while, and how many, you get requests for drinks all the time, but what do you think your top 2 drink requests are, male versus female?
So female, it all depends. I mean,
Oh.
really, it's hard to pin that one down.
Is it?
So drinks that I normally make, rainwater is probably one of the more popular drinks.
That one's actually really good.
Yeah, easy drink. Picked it up in Texas. We used to actually serve it as our well drink at a bar I worked down there in
Nice.
Queens. And it's good tasting drink. It's got a decent amount of alcohol on it. So I'd say, yeah, that's my more popular one with the females. Mixed drinks with the guys. I'd say either bourbon or whiskey with Coke. It's probably the most popular one.
Yeah.
Now, maybe like a year ago, we got a whole bunch of requests for Moscow Mules.
Really?
Well,
You always have your
it
trend,
gained a lot
right?
of popularity.
Right.
I mean, you've seen the kits at the store every time we went there. Like, some copper mugs and just,
Right.
But yeah, no, whiskey or bourbon with Coke, probably the most popular drink with the guys as far as mixed drinks go.
What about beers, hand down?
Beers? Bud Light or Blue Moon, probably the most popular beers we serve here.
Really? What are you drinking tonight?
Miller Lite.
I'm drinking a Corona. I just felt it was appropriate. Well, Sean, thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight, letting people know, just a little bit about you, and it's really great to have you on the show. I look forward to having you again, maybe?
Yeah, cool. Anyone has any questions about OBs? 336-8808. Give us a call. We got tournaments and drink specials every night.
You guys got a lot of pool tables, too.
We have drink specials every night, not tournaments.
Drink specials every night, pool tournaments, often. And you got a bunch of pool tables here and a great staff. Thank you guys again for having us out here. Really appreciate it. Sean, see you
Good to
soon.
have you. You guys are welcome back anytime.
Bet. Thank you.